What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I did a story last week prior to me coming out here to Charlotte, North Carolina, about these two people up here. This is Christina Pierre, and this is also Anthony Lee. Now, these are both of the people that were arrested by Charlotte Mecklenburg police, but it was almost a controversial or a viral type video where it showed the young lady getting Miss Pierre getting kneed and looked like punched while she was held down by officers. Now, granted, it was from far away. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way from seeing it. And this is one of those videos where I tell you, sometimes just showing somebody a snippet of something can invoke some type of emotion in you to get you triggered to think that something is wrong or something is, even though it looks really bad, a lot of times you got to wait for these body cam videos and things like that to come public. Now, everybody is still, talking about this situation, but some recent news have come out. But I want you to pay attention to a couple of details, and like you guys be on it. I got to give my subscribers credit. You guys that leave comments, you guys some smart dudes. Y'all say some things, and I'm like, man, that do make sense. And I'm gonna bring a couple of them things up, and like this video, this new update, will bring light to some of the stuff you guys were saying, like something ain't right here. But check it out. Let's look at this video and come back. But I want you to specifically listen to the ending statement in this video, and it make you think like, okay, something is up. Take a look. We'll come back to it.
First time the attorney for a woman seen in a controversial arrest video is getting a look at 20 different police body camera videos of the incident. The arrest in question happened Monday afternoon at a bus stop on West Arrowwood Road. Queen City News reporter Casey Jones explains what the attorney says she saw and when the video could be released to the public.
There are at least 20 different body camera videos showing Christina Pierre's arrest. Police admit that an officer punched Pierre in the face, but they say that was self-defense. Now an internal affairs team is working to put together the facts, and a legal team representing Pierre is working to do the same. Christina Pierre, Anthony Lee, and Lauren Newton walked into CMPD headquarters Friday morning to watch 20 different body camera angles of Pierre's arrest.
What you see is essentially what we already know, that the first officer grabbed Tony's arm and then she asked, what's going on? What are you doing? It's exactly what the eyewitness described, that she held up what appears to be a cigarillo of something that is a legal substance and is repeatedly saying, I bought this legally from a smoke shop and I'm not doing anything.
Newton says the body camera video shows officers using excessive force to arrest her client. Newton questions the actions of two officers. Officer Vincent Pistone, seen on camera serving compliance strikes, has been reassigned to another part of the department. The other officer who hit Pierre in the face has not been named.
If the second officer who delivered the 17 blows has already been reassigned, the first officer who delivered the punch that has now been confirmed by CMPD, which was first confirmed by the eyewitness, that officer should be suspended, as should the officer who delivered the 17 blows.
Police say Pierre punched an officer in the face and he hit back in self-defense as outlined in state law. Police say the scuffle shifted the camera off the officer's chest.
I want to make sure everybody understands that an officer can defend themselves. We included in our statement that the female struck the officer multiple times and that the strike that the officer delivered was in response to that aggression.
CMPD policy allows officers to use reasonable force to arrest suspects that are resisting.
I think what we need to see is a change to the policy that governs these compliance blows. and when those are administered. And I think we need to have a refresher on the response to resistance policy that's clearly not being followed.
I asked Pierre's attorney if they plan to file a lawsuit. She says all options are on the table. She says that she is more focused on November 30th because that is when a judge will decide whether to publicly release the body camera footage of the arrest. Reporting from Charlotte, Casey Jones, Queen City News.
All right, guys, that's the news about the situation out here in Charlotte where I'm at right now. And it's an update with this story. Now, it says, well, in fact, not even that. I just want to show you two things that I picked up. In fact, it was three things. First thing is this. The story took place at a Bojangles, at a bus stop, in case you guys haven't heard it. Supposedly there was a call of people suspicious at a bus stop or something other along those lines. Police pull up. Miss Pierre and Mr. Mr. Lee are out there, I guess, rolling up a cigar or whatever, weed or whatever, smoking weed. Small minimal offense, if any. They come up on them, confront them. The police come up, confront them, I guess, ask them questions or whatever. Things get out of hand. She gets put on the ground. They're kneeing her. They take a video of that. Both her and the guy, Mr. Lee, got arrested. Now, I'm going to tell you something. First thing is this. Supposedly, this man was caught with a gun on scene in his possession. She only had weed, which they both claimed possession of. It's like I say, they were smoking a blunt together. This guy had a gun, but they both are still employed. Think that makes sense. He's not even locked up. He had a gun in his possession. That's the first thing. Second thing is this. If he had a gun and all of this other stuff, and he was the man out there, how come she's the one that got the hucklebuck instead of him? Did y'all think about that? Did you look closely at the video? Not the fighting and hitting part, but this is after. But did you watch closely in some of that footage? Because they didn't show that footage before. In the last video, they only showed the cop hitting and everybody got upset and all this stuff. You got to remember something. Before you get triggered into seeing stuff like this, it could be a 30-second clip, but the first 20 seconds before you get to that 30, that scene, can always tell the tale of what's happening. And that's what they're trying to get down to the bottom of right now. She gets the hucklebuck and all this stuff, but he got caught with a gun on him. He's the man there. Listen, they said 20 cameras, 20 different angles. Of course, it's over 20 officers out there. Did you notice at the end, and this is the main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, all of the lawyer was representing both of them. She never talked about the guy the whole time in the whole part of the thing. It's only the fact that a woman has bruises on her face, viciously attacked by officers. You understand what I'm saying? Totally took the man out of it. Because if a man's getting beat up by cops, there ain't enough money in it, and the story not big enough. She has bruises. Look at her face. Now, not to discredit anybody, but we know there are a lot of people out here that do not follow lawful commands, whether they agree with them or not. Hell, anybody that's ever been in handcuffs or been arrested or pulled over by a cop, whether you have a problem with the law or you got a problem with what he says, listen, there are always gateways. You don't argue with the front line of the defense. They're infantry soldiers. You're not arguing with them because you're not going to win your case. And a lot of times it gets you put on your knees or handcuffed or put into the dirt, such as this case. Did you see in the video she was arguing with him, trying to explain? You can't explain. Once the cop put his hands on you, say you under arrest, pull the cuffs out, just keep quiet and comply. You can't win an argument against somebody that immediately says, okay, you can't listen. This is what's happening. Because when they take you, they're going to take you. It's like nobody figures this out. She's on the ground banging and talking. The cop trying to get her. Why do y'all do that? Why? And you see a lot of the younger generation doing that. You're going to argue your point. He's not going to let you go. Once they grab you and got you in the ground, they're going to take you regardless. They're not going to let you out of it. Tell me any police video you've seen where as soon as the cop grab you, you're going in. They let you go. They don't. You sitting up there arguing your case against somebody. Once he say you going, you got to go. It's on the camera and everything. Like when they turn the police lights on and pull you over, if they make you get out the car and all of that stuff and grab on you, you going. It's recorded. You have to go. Once they grab you and get physical with you and tell you you're going to jail, nothing you can say to get out of it. Nobody figured that out. But sit up here and argue your case, you pounding the ground, and people get tired of it. You can't follow a law of command. They're going to take you. You get handled. Now they making a big thing about it because there's a woman. She had a bruise on her face. Dismissed the dude. You know what I'm saying? They both had their jobs. What did the lawyer say? Oh, we don't know if the lawsuit is pending yet. She had the bruise on her face. They're making a big thing out of it. You went in there with both of them. Never said nothing about him. But what did she say? Oh, we don't know yet. It depends on if they set the if they let we got to see what the cameras show. Why? If you felt that there was an injustice, you taking pictures of your bruised, battered face. If you didn't do anything, you know you have a case, press the issue. Why is it on hold? All of a sudden, she said after she came back out and they talked to her, oh, both officers should be suspended without pay. Didn't say fired or removed or decertified, did she? That right there lets you know that this lawyer right here knows that something was done wrong. So it's kind of up in the air. Defense lawyers know this. But they got to defend these people that they feel as though, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, lawyers know. See in her face, oh, she had a cigarillo. She said, you know, I bought this. She was talking. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing right here just go away after this. You don't hear nothing else about it. You see this all the time. Oh, it's pending the lawsuit. We don't know if we're going to do it yet. She had the bruises. She put it all on social media. It was going around. Everybody was triggered over this. So if it's an injustice, that means what? It's a lawsuit. You agree or disagree? She switched it around after she saw them videos. Like I said, never mentioned the guy. All of a sudden, it depends on if the judge is going to make the videos come out publicly. Why? What does that have to do with anything? An injustice and injustice don't matter. If you're going to do, you're going to sue regardless. Because the two victims were right there to see the video with you, the attorney, and then you can say, okay, yeah, we got a case here. Yeah, let's move forward with this. She came right out after seeing 20 cameras from 20 different angles and saying, we don't know yet. It depends on if they're going to release it or not publicly. Sound funny to me. Give me a comment, man. Tell me. I mean, it's unfortunate this happened, but listen. Y'all got to start listening when these cops telling you stuff. Just do what they say and then deal with it later on. Put your hands behind your back. All right, man. You can't argue with you. Once they say they're going to take you, they're going to take you. It's nothing else you can do. And that's facts, man. For real, that's facts. I mean, a lot of the problems we having right now is arguing with frontline soldiers whose job is it to grab you and take you somewhere when you don't listen. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tonight is the Friday night live stream. I forgot to bring that up. And it'll be 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, normal time. So I'm out here in Charlotte. We'll turn it up like we always do. So I just wanted to mention that. We ain't forget it's Friday. We're still going to do the live stream. See you guys in the next video. Take care.